John from Panasonic. I'm head of product marketing for the Toughbook and Toughpad range of products. We're at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and this is a brand new product that we've launched on Monday. This is the CF-33. It's a Toughbook. You can see it's a relatively large form factor, and straight away you'll notice that it's what we call a detachable, so you can remove the device from the keyboard. But before I do that, really, it's got some quite unique features. So the version that you see has got a backlit keyboard. The unit itself has lots of legacy support. So we're doing things like still supporting VGA, serial on the base, USB, HDMI, things like that. Similar on this side, so another two USB 3 ports, a LAN port and a serial port. This is a USB to serial. Then the device itself can be locked into position, so if you want to use it in a traditional type of clamshell mode, you can. You can also use the device. If you reverse the tablet around and lock it into position, then you've got it into like a convertible mode. You can see I've got a handle that really, it's a magnesium handle that's integrated into the device that keeps it all neat and tidy. The other advantages of that, of course, you have the ability to use it in so-called presentation mode. So if you wanted to, and I was doing maybe some technical work, I could use it as a reference product. But really the tablet part, so if I turn it back around again, has some really quite interesting design features. So being a Toughbook, it's very configurable. So we've got a config port on the top of the device. So this can support USB, barcode reader, true serial if necessary. We've got an integrated pen on the side of the product, giving you all of the Windows 10 pen functionality. And then on the other side of the product, we've got support for HDMI, USB 3, micro SD, and then quite unusual for a tablet, but a LAN port. In our markets, we still get lots of telecom customers asking to connect the LAN port to maybe an ADSL or a fiber router to do diagnostics. That's why we do it. If you look at the back side of the product, or if I take it back to the front, we've got a Windows Hello supported infrared camera. On the back side, we've got an 8 megapixel camera with a very high bright LED flash. You can see the fan area. This is a waterproof fan that exhausts any air that's consumed. So it's an IP65 product, completely sealed against dust and water. You can drop it from 1.8 meters. It's got all of the temperature shock from -29 to +60, for example. But if I just take you a little bit deeper, use an example. If you can see, this particular example has got a full-size smart card reader. That can also be a contactless smart card reader. So there's a variety of options. On the back side of the product, you can see it's Toughbook branded. It's got this quite unusual shape. That's just to give us, what we've done on this product is a dual battery design. So the batteries are hot swap, so you can remove, while it's in operation, a battery. These are both 3-cell batteries that will give you, as a tablet, about 11 hours operation, as a clamshell about 10 hours. You can put larger batteries, so these are 6-cell batteries, double the capacity, into the device, and they will give you up to 22 hours in tablet operation, or probably around 20 hours as a sort of a clamshell. So the product is from our fully rugged range of products. It will be released, available to the market in May as a Kaby Lake model, so Windows 10 model, and then in June we're going to be releasing probably June or July, a Skylake version, which is the Intel 6th generation, so we can support Windows 7 backward capability. So we have a real varied options of how to dock the product and accessories, things that we can strap onto the product to make it the user more productive. So this is the example of the port replicator. So it's a very simple positive dock. So if I undock the device, Even with the handle closed, you can see this is what we call a desktop port replicator. So when I dock it, it's a very positive feel onto the device. You know, very rugged, lasts, you know, very durable. On the port replicator itself, so you've got, of course, power in, dual gigabit LAN ports, USB 3, USB 2, HDMI, and big thing that we support are the what we call like the legacy connectors. So VGA still we support on the device, and also a serial port. We still got lots of customers requesting serial port connect, and obviously the HDMI and the VGA are dual use, so you can power both at the same time. So that's the desktop port replicator. And then this is a little bit of an unusual design. So the CF-33 is what we call the 7th generation product in its line. So it dates back to the CF-25 in 1996. So we've just recently been celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Toughbook brand. So it's gone from 25 to 27 to 28 to 29, 30, and more recently 31. The CF-33 is the successor of the CF-31. And what we've got is we've got a lot of CF-31s in operation around the world. So we were really had to be careful about how we supported the existing generation of product with the latest generation, like the CF-33. So this is one area, and this is what we call a vehicle dock adapter. So the tablet is exactly the same. You can lock the tablet into position. So if you have a physical key, you can lock the device into the vehicle. If I show you, this is what we call the slim keyboard. So if I detach the slim keyboard, so this comes out. Essentially the only two features of this device really is, so it doesn't have any of the ports that we saw in the usual keyboard. It does have a USB out port to connect that stick to supply power to it, and the reason is that if you have this docked into the vehicle, for example, a police officer can take this device or this keyboard and use it separately on their lap with a wired connection just to provide power. That's one way of operation. So this is what we call the vehicle dock adapter. This is supporting the CF-31, the CF-30 vehicle dock, so giving you 10 years of backward support. So it's different, so you can see it's got an older version of the twin aerial output or antenna output, and also the older style connector that will support the CF-31 and the CF-30 old style vehicle docks. But obviously it's running the latest version of tablet. So it's giving you real sort of greater flexibility over how you use the product. And I'll just put that back into the position. And then that's ready to use in this scenario. So if it was physically docked into the vehicle, or, as I said earlier on, if I wanted to remove the device, I can then connect that separately and use it as a standalone device. This has got an angle of 100 degrees, so it doesn't topple over, but it gives you, for a relatively short period of time, the ability to use as a clamshell with a so-called light keyboard if necessary. On the back side, if I detach it, that's ready to use. If I detach the device, then we've also got our rotatable hand strap. Really makes it comfortable and easy to carry. Onto the hand strap you can attach other items like shoulder straps. One other feature is also these little kick-out stands. So again, if we're using the device if you wanted to use the device in that mode, in a presentation mode, you can use it to make the screen visible to yourselves. So keep an eye out for the product. You'll see it on social media, you'll see it on our website. If you visit www.toughbook.eu, you can get all the information you need. Thank you.